Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're going to be going over the ICT Silver Bullet. We're kind of going to dive a little deeper into it. In the previous videos that I posted, it was mainly just kind of showing the setup itself, liquidity, um, fair value gaps, all the basics. Let's just dive into it a little bit more and show you why this works and why ICT is so reluctant on using this setup here and why I've been trading it. And first, before we get started, I do want to show you guys that I have an account with Perdia Capital. I switched over to futures trading. If we take a look here, profit target was 11,000. I hit the profit target within I actually hit the profit within 3 days. But because the minimum trading days is 5, I had to just do a quick in and out on these couple trades here. So I have this one, and this is a 10K valuation, and I've used the silver bullet only. This is the only setup that I use and the only strategy that I use. And then my Forex funds here, another 10K account I use the silver bullet on. I actually passed this in 30 minutes, believe it or not. I traded it on NAS. You can see here, I just got the account, so it doesn't even really show data here. It just kind of flatlined. Profit target on here for a 10K is 8%. I made $806. Trading days. Let's see here. This is what passed the account. I made $806 in a couple trades and passed it within about 30 minutes. That was traded on NAS 100. So I made 113, 7, lost 98. And then these two trades right here, I had two trades open at the same time, 391 and 393. And then the account was passed. So that was all within 30 minutes. I mean, it was pretty crazy. So I just want to show you guys now, you're not going to be passing your accounts within 30 minutes. I mean, you can, but realistically, that's just not, what happens every single day. And, everything's not flying colors. But I just wanted to show you guys that this strategy does work. I have two 10K valuations that I passed phase 1 on. So I'll be working on phase 2. This Perdia Capital is futures. This one is just trading the NAS and S&P on my Forex funds. It's not futures. It's just essentially trading the indices. So going back to trading view here, I was kind of back testing the other night. This was Thursday night, and I wanted to show you guys something, and it played out perfectly. And I was like, wow, I just called the market by using ICT's knowledge and watching his videos. So let me show you guys something here. So this was Thursday evening going into the Asian session. And I just want to show you here. Let's fast forward. Check this out. Okay. So we have down here sell side. This is an internal sell side liquidity. You have a few sell side liquidity zones, but this is kind of your external here, relatively equal lows. I want to mark this area up right here as sell side liquidity. And I believe the indicator I have is going to mark that up as we go. So let's fast forward this here and watch this just completely tank. And look what happens. So I'm going to get rid of this indicator here. I'll use this one there, but okay. So let's delete that one. So sell side liquidity, look how precise that liquidity was swept right here. Okay. By one little wick, and then watch the rest of the chart here. It's just swept liquidity, right? And then now we're entering our Asian session. Okay. Now I'm going to show you guys here what's called consolidation, manipulation, distribution. Okay. And so I believe it consolidated here a little bit more. And then right when I was about here, I was like, wow, okay, this is a perfect example of consolidation, manipulation, and distribution. And what I did was I was looking at the 15, and this is what we have, okay? We have consolidation, right? And then we have manipulation. So price was consolidating within this range here, and then it swung high, swung low, which is manipulation. And then we have distribution, which here it's going to the buy side. Okay. And what I called yesterday as the chart, looking at the chart, is I was like, okay, well, our target is going to be these fair value gaps. These 15-minute fair value gaps would be our, let's see here, 15-minute fair value gaps as our targeted zones, as well as buy side liquidity. Okay. So what we're targeting, if you decided to trade the Asian session, was 15-minute fair value gaps, as well as buy side liquidity, which is here as the swing high, as well as here as a lower swing high. These are both buy side liquidity. We're going to mark that up, BSL. This top one as well, BSL. So let's see here. So let's look at the 5-minute. Okay. Now, what were you now when you're looking for the silver bullet setup and you wanted to trade the Asian session? Okay, what are you looking for? You're looking for sell side liquidity to be swept, okay, which it did. And then you're looking at the chart and going, okay, you have consolidation, manipulation, and right after this manipulation, you're kind of seeing a bullish trend and thinking, okay, that's going to be our distribution to the buy side. Now, where you could have entered a trade was this small little gap here. Any gap counts, small or large. A fair value gap is a fair value gap, right? And then what are you targeting? Okay, so we'll go on. Let's see. Let's create a long position here once it tapped in. And now let's go on the 15-minute, right? Because what are we targeting? We're targeting the 15-minute gaps, which is this right here and this one here, as well as the buy side liquidity. So let's pretend, we're going to take it to this buy side liquidity here on NAS. That's 228 points. Now, I'm not saying you're gonna swing trade this. I'm kind of just showing you an overview of what you could have done when you're trading the silver bullet. You're typically, like on S&P, you're typically looking for 5 or 10 points. NAS 5 or 10 points on NAS is a little different. You're probably looking for about double the points. I haven't yet calculated exactly the points calculation between NAS and S&P. They're a little different, as in NAS is more volatile than S&P. You're gonna gain a lot more points on NAS. So let's just say S&P moves from here to here, right? That's probably 5-10 points on S&P, while on NAS that's about 56 points. So on NAS you gain a lot more points quickly. So lately I've been trading off of NAS, and that's how I actually passed phase 1 on both of these accounts. I liked how the points on NAS you just get a lot quicker. But personal reference, I'm not recommending doing that. So back to this trade here, we're targeting the buy side liquidity. And then reversing a little bit, although ICT says you can look for 5 or 10 points, you can also target the next level of liquidity. So there is nothing wrong with taking a trade here and targeting buy side liquidity. Now, normally I don't trade the Asia session. I like to stick with the AM session because that's when the stock market is moving. But I have realized that trading during Asia session could sometimes be easier if it's moving, because on Nas is pretty volatile, a lot more volatile than S&P, and during Asian session, it's not as volatile and doesn't do anything super crazy. Usually not a lot of news during Asian session. Can't even say that word. So before I keep talking here, let's play out this trade. So we have sell side liquidity swept. You have consolidation, manipulation, distribution. Okay. Targets, we enter off the 5-minute fair value gap. It was actually the first fair value gap that it actually tapped into right here. And then we're targeting buy side liquidity, and we will watch what happens as it taps into these fair value gaps. So let's play this forward and see if this trade was valid. I guess stops would be a little bigger. We'll do stops like that or right below the lows. And look at what it does. Look at that. First fair value gap tapped into, second fair value gap tapped into, but they blew past both of them. And let's see. I don't know what I just did here. I think okay. So take profit was hit on that 228 points. Now, to be able to call the market like that is absolutely insane. This was like a money setup that I didn't trade this yesterday, but I was watching it and I was marking it up. I was marking it up as it was in the Asia session, kind of right here towards the end. And I was like, oh, I see this perfectly. So I marked this up here, and this is just a prime example of how well this strategy works. So let's play it forward. Buy side liquidity. It didn't really tap into this higher buy side liquidity, but it did take out the lower buy side liquidity, and then that's kind of where we're at today at market close, Friday, July 28th. But all day today, it just kept running up, and it was just pretty cool to be able to call the market like this. Doing Silver Bullet, that was a perfect Silver Bullet setup during the Asian session. That can't be more money right there. And I was like, wow, I almost had like an oh crap moment. So also I want to show you guys, kind of find an example here of what's the difference between retail trading and trading the ICT Silver Bullet. Like, what is the difference? What does it mean to take out sell side or buy side, right? So essentially, when we're taking out the lows, okay, let me find an example here. I had a perfect example the other day, and it shows how you're taking out before you're looking for an entry. As you're looking for your entry, the retail traders are getting stopped out, and it's absolutely insane how that works. Let me see where I was looking at here. Just bear with me. Let's see. Okay. All right, so I want to show you guys. All right, I think we can use this one as an example. Let me clean this up a little bit here. I'm going to show you guys what's the difference between retail trading and using ICT Silver Bullet and trading with the market makers. Because when you are trading against the market makers, you are risking a lot more money, and it's essentially riskier because they know where your stops are at, and it's a real thing. They know, okay, well, if this closes, if this 1 hour candle closed above these highs, people are going to look for buys. And let me show you guys exactly what they're looking for here. So when you're retail trading and you're doing support and resistance, what you're looking for is you're looking for a close above previous resistance, right? So, for example, we have all this resistance right here, right? Resistance, consolidation, resistance. Well, what happens is a trader, for example, we're just going to use this as an example. I'm not the best at support and resistance because I don't even mess around with it, but I know exactly what how this works here. So this is what a retail trader is going to do. Okay. They're going to enter a position here because this 1 hour candle closed above resistance. It even closed above resistance here, right? So they're going to go, oh, okay, so price is bullish. We're going to enter a trade, right? And then they're going to put their stops probably below the last swing low, which is right here. Stops below the swing low. And what happens, right? Bam. Well, what is this swing low that they're putting their stops below? That is our sell side liquidity, right? So they're putting their stops at their sell side liquidity while we're waiting for sell side liquidity to be taken out. So we're essentially waiting for the stops of market our retail traders to be taken out, and then we're looking for our trade, and we're trading with the market. We're trading with the market makers, right? So sell side liquidity gets taken out. So this is on the 1 hour. Now let's look at this area right here down below where sell side liquidity was taken out and see, was there a silver bullet setup for us that we could have entered into? I just need to find where that went. Okay, there it is. Right. Okay, so we're going to be on the 5 minute. So as the retail traders get stopped out, we're now, okay, sell side liquidity got taken out. And this is at 3 o'clock in the morning. So New York time. So this is your your London session. So you could be trading this. So sell side liquidity gets taken out. Let me move this over a bit. Right now, let's look at the 5 minute. Sell side liquidity gets taken out, and then ICT mentions after sell side or buy side, after a zone of liquidity gets taken out, you're going to look for a fair value gap, which is a price imbalance, and then you're going to look for price to tap into that the very first fair value gap, whatever it is, use it. And look what we have here. Well, sell side liquidity was taken out because all the retail traders were getting stopped out because they had their trades below the low, and we're over here like, perfect. Well, we're gonna wait. We're gonna trade with the market, right? So what do we have here? You have a 5 minute fair value gap, and look how much it was respected. Okay, so now essentially, I don't know, let's just say you got in here. Okay, you're in consolidation a little bit, but let's just target our normal 10 points. That's what we normally go for on S&P. And there it is right there, right? with a 5-point stop loss. And that's how accurate, and the difference between trading, retail trading like support and resistance, and the ICT Silver Bullet strategy, right? We're not trading, oh, that closed above the high and we're going to enter. Well, look at exactly what happened, right? As the retail traders got stopped out because they had the market makers know that their stops are below the previous swing low, which is our sell side liquidity, right? That gets taken out. We're on the 5, and we make money as they lost money. So that is basically the video for today. I kind of wanted to go dive a little bit deeper into it and kind of show you guys a more in-depth of this whole trading strategy and why I fell in love with it and why it's the only thing that I've been trading. And the win rate's been awesome. I have 2 10Ks that I've passed in just this week. So I'm going to be working on phase 2 here. Let me try and get rid of this at the top. Okay. I'm going to be working on phase 2 on 2 different 10K accounts. And I have all the confidence in the world that I'm going to pass these accounts. So that's basically it for today. If you guys want to join our Discord, link is in the bio. Silver Bullet Concepts. It's $49. It is lifetime. You only have to pay once. We trade live, mainly in the AM session. Questions, answers. You're kind of in a group setting. So if that's what you like, if you don't want to trade alone and you don't want to learn this alone, well, feel free to hit that link and come in our Discord. We are a new Discord. We are a new YouTube channel. But this is why I'm kind of showing you guys what I know and what I've done. And we're basically all here to help each other. And if you have any questions or you want to dive even deeper and kind of ask me questions personally, I am in the Discord. So feel free to check this out if you're interested. And yeah, I appreciate you guys joining. And sorry, I have a bar up here at the top. That's not, there we go. I don't know if you guys could have seen that, but yeah, so that's just what I wanted to show you guys today. Perfect examples of what I seen on the markets. And if you can, please give me a like on the video, subscribe. I am going to be dropping tons of golden content for you guys. ICT, Inner Circle Trader, he does have all this information for free on his YouTube channel. He is the guy who created all this and kind of dropped this knowledge on us. So if I'm not showing you guys something that you want to know, feel free to comment. And yeah, thanks for stopping by, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Trade safe, guys.